And then I watched Thanksgiving, which we're going to talk about. So we can jump straight into that review.
Hell yeah.
Byron, you have not gotten a chance to watch it yet,
I
right?
have not. I could have streamed it and not legal ways, but I
Get him!
decided
Get him!
I opted out. I yeah, come get me, motherfuckers. Um, no, I opted out, but I will. I am wanting to watch it because of all the praise it's getting, and I just saw that it's been announced for a sequel,
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
it's
which
which
looks
is
good
like
because
it's not surprising, but it's surprising at the same time because it's not getting a lot of
hmm
money. It's not the box office wise isn't killing it.
I think the tough thing is that it came out during a week where so many other
Yeah,
things came out. And like, the Hunger Games movie, people were super happy about that. And then Saltburn. And then you have even stuff coming out this week and next week. Like it's just kind of a busy time for movies. So maybe it kind of fell under the radar a little bit. But
I've seen a lot of people um, compare it to Scream,
yeah.
which is obviously that franchise is going down fast and badly. So R.I.P. Scream.
now we're
Um,
entering the
so
Thanksgiving
now the
cinematic universe.
Thanksgiving is now getting a sequel already. After when did the first one come out? Like a month ago, if that.
Thanksgiving, yeah,
No, like last 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
2 weeks ago. Oh Jesus, I feel like I've been seeing reviews for a long
I
time now.
posted mine early because I got to see it early.
Yeah, I think we got like early screenings of it.
Yeah. But all the praise is making me want to watch it, and I've seen ratings from 2.5s to 4.5s.
Yeah.
I reckon
I
you're gonna
don't
love
trust
it.
the 4.5s,
I
but
reckon
I
you're
think
gonna
you're
give it a
gonna love
four.
it.
I
uh,
reckon you're gonna give it a
it's
four,
yeah. My prediction is a George.5.
which is a fun George Joint five.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. Harry,
Yeah.
you and I haven't talked about it yet, so I guess we'll keep it non-spoiler. I don't think you can really spoil a movie like this. We obviously
I
won't
think
talk
that
about
there's
like
like a
specific
yeah. I think you can spoil the like
details.
which we won't say, but the things that you can spoil is like who it
It's a
is
who done
and
it, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the like intricates of the kills. I think we shouldn't really.
Yeah, so I'll start by just kind of, and for you, Byron, too, just kind of like explaining kind of where it like
Yeah.
starts off. Because it's not really a spoiler, like the first like introduction scene before like the title card. Basically, the whole premise of this movie is that there's this big like Black Friday
Oh yeah,
insanity happening where this girl, the main girl, her father owns this like chain of supermarket, or no, I guess not supermarkets, but it's like, convenience store. We can buy basically anything.
Yeah. The dairy.
Yeah, like a retail store. And so basically they're doing like a Black Friday event and everything starts on Thanksgiving. That's the whole thing is that Black Friday is not a thing anymore. Everything starts on Thursday. It starts on Thanksgiving. So he basically one of the guys is the manager. He has to miss like Thanksgiving with his family to go work the event. And so this big like insane Black Friday like massacre happens where it's just like people are just like getting trampled and killed and it's crazy. So that's kind of how it starts. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the killer. It's just like an occurrence that happens.
yeah,
And so
Right.
that's kind of what leads into the movie, and the movie starts out 1 year after that. So it's the Thanksgiving after.
Okay.
yeah. What I love about that because that opening scene, as you said, it's not like the traditional slasher opening of like someone
Hmm.
getting killed like every Scream, like every other slasher film,
Right.
but it's literally just a mockery of what Thanksgiving has become. Because
Exactly.
like Ash being the only American on this call, as an outsider, looking into your country with Thanksgiving is fucking hilarious. Like what that like, and it really like what that opening scene is really captures how the rest of the world kind
Yeah.
of see it, where it's just
And I will
nuts.
tell you honestly, obviously, besides the like killing part of it, like what it looks like is not that far off from what Black Friday kind of became. Not so much now since COVID, but that's
Before it,
how it
yeah,
is. Like I one time waited in line with my mom at Target at 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving for 3 hours just to go buy like an electric toothbrush. Like it was so stupid, but it's like it was
that's
like an event that people would do. You'd spend like you'd go shopping and like go from like midnight to 6 a.m. and go buy, everything you need like on discounted prices. It's consumerism in America is insane. We know that. So yeah, this movie honestly was spot on. That intro was probably one of my favorite intros plus title card to like obviously Evil Dead Rise was fantastic,
oh,
but
Evil Dead
that
Rises
was a
different.
great
Yeah, it was though. It was
this
a
is a great movie intro, which I think they killed it. So yeah, captured that whole insanity perfectly to lead into then this pilgrim-esque masked killer who is got his, I'm saying, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to speak gender. I just am automatically saying he, because that's just my natural instinct. But the killer basically then goes on to have his, reasons, and you find out what happens. So, Harry, I'm curious what your thoughts are. I don't know what you gave it or rated it.
Gave it
I know you liked it,
3.5.
but
Yeah, I really liked it. I think it's really, really good. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Watch this in a theater if you can, like a crowded theater. It's a perfect experience. You go to a slasher for the kills, right? And the kills are awesome. Like, we won't go into specifics because, especially for Byron, I do believe that, like, I went in knowing nothing about this fucking movie. I just knew it's like all I like. I was because it was produced or distributed by Sony Pictures Australia, and I was going in, and one of the people from Sony Pictures knows me because I go to all their screenings. And like, oh, hey Harry, how you doing? Like, you excited for this movie? I'm like, I know nothing about it. I heard it scream at Thanksgiving. She's like, I saw it. It's literally that. I'm like, I'm in. Let's go. And that's so that's all I knew about it. So the kills are amazing. I thought some of the kills are fucking spectacular.
I would love to talk about them, but yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you,
Yeah.
Byron. They're just like, I knew nothing either. And some of them, you're just going to be like laughing your ass off or just like, what the fuck?
When I typically watch a lot of slashes, I usually laugh throughout the entire thing, even if they're not like meant to be comedic. Slashes are just funny and stupid.
This is very much on the absurdist sort of realm, so you will laugh a lot. There's so much to like here, but there's also so much that I thought held it back. I didn't like any of the characters. None of the characters kind of drew me in at all, which is a flaw for this. Like I know that the main draw for slashers are the kills and the fun factor of that horror, and even the villain. And John Carver is a villain, fucking sick. John Carver is the name of the. It's like Ghostface is a name. It's not the person that did it.
Yeah. He's like the face of the city, basically, because it's Plymouth, Massachusetts. So he's sort of like the person that, which is why I keep saying he, because it's like, that's the face I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's a guy's face.
Face.
But yeah, like none of the characters kind of drew me in at all. And I thought there were a couple too many plot holes that kind of just like tried to be red herrings, but just ended up being kind of annoying, which I can talk to you about that after if you like.
It indeed sounds like a slasher.
Yeah, but for sure.
Complicate things, and then it's like, oh, we've got to have this and this and this, and then none of it really like works.
But I said in my review that there's something great here. Like, there's a great franchise here that's going to be fun for like 5 to 10 movies. There's something fucking fun here, but it needs to be refined, and that's what a sequel's for. So I'm very excited for the sequel for sure. But people saying that it's better than Scream or as good as the original Scream. Like, I know I'm biased because I've got it branded on my body, but I don't think it's anywhere near the level of Scream for me, at least not yet. But in terms of like a fun fucking slasher ride, it's so good. Like, Eli Roth, hats off. This might be my favorite Eli Roth film. I'm not a big fan of his because like I just don't do gore porn at all. He did like he did like Hostel and Green Inferno. That's not for me. But yeah, so all in all,
Cabin Fever's good, but yeah, you're right about his other movies. They're definitely just like shock value, just nasty, gross. It's definitely got its target audience, but this is definitely one of his more tame movies in comparison. And I think it was a nice balance of what he's previously done for sure. Yeah. I agree with everything you said. I think the exact same thing. Some of the plot holes, some of the characters, actually most of them, you don't like get to really care too much about them. No. Unfortunately, they just have different personalities when you're comparing it to something like Scream, where most of the main characters were so interesting and had like such fun, great personalities. You could really fall in love with them. This didn't have it for me, but I wasn't sure if it was because of my age. Like, I was like, is this more like geared towards like a Gen Z audience? And maybe I'm just a little bit too old, but I don't think so. I feel like it was just maybe they were written a little bit safe. Maybe, no, very much in my opinion.
Yeah, very, very, very much so. Yeah.
Was Addison Rae as bad as I think she's gonna be?
She's nothing. Like she's not bad. She's not good. Like she doesn't. Yeah.
She does.
Not technically, but I'm just saying, like, she's just like a background character that like you don't really see much.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that's good.
She's not as much of a main character, I guess, as I was like assuming she'd be for her like level of fame. I guess I'll put it that way. But yeah, she was just kind of there. She didn't like overact or anything, but she wasn't like bad or good.
Yeah, because I think whenever like the first trailer or poster or details came out, Addison Rae was obviously like the big name that was attached to it, and I thought she was going to be the main character. I was just like, I'm probably not going to watch.
No, I do think it like they released that because of what Ash was saying with that this might be geared towards a Gen Z audience or Gen A, whatever the youths of the world. But when I saw Patrick Dempsey attached, I'm like, let's go, Mr. Dreamy, let's go.
There's probably only about 3 actors whose names I even recognized on the list. Like I think they kind of highlighted her and him because, and then Gina Gershon has been acting forever, but people don't really know who she is that much. She's the dark-haired woman from the beginning, Harry.
Right, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so like they don't really know her as well. So I think they just chose like the 2 actors who actually were known to kind of promote it, but that doesn't necessarily tell you who like the main characters are or anything. So definitely watch it.
Tim Dillon is in it, this comedian that I love, and he's in it for a few scenes, but he's fucking hilarious in this.
What's his name?
Tim Dillon. He's the one with the cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, I wish we could talk more about spoilers, but we won't right now, but definitely once you watch it, Byron. But that's our thoughts on Thanksgiving. Definitely check it out. It's a great time. Hopefully it'll come to streaming soon so people can watch it.
I might just bootleg it.
Oh, don't say that out loud.
Sorry.